but it's going to be good. I'll just not be able to talk too much.
Whatever you want to say, I'm going to translate that.
Okay.
Today we have a very special guest. He's from Scotland, Mr. Philip.
Maranam Philippe. There's so many things that unite all people from everywhere. Take chances, use your imagination, work hard, and try to make something and change the world for the better. How many countries in the world have I visited? Maybe I've traveled to 28, 29 different countries.
From here, did you get the idea to start your YouTube channel?
So you don't need to have some grand strategy in advance. Another piece of advice I learned is you're either winning or you're learning. You're never failing. Hey guys, welcome to the welcome to the video. This is my friend Swati. We are going to do something very special in this video. Thank you, Shukra. We're going to do something very special in this video. We're going to go to a government school here in South Delhi and speak to some of the kids about entrepreneurship. Swati's one of the teachers here. Huh?
मेरे साथ है सेशन इनका यही काज
Okay. Cute. Everyone's like, what's going on? So there's like an entrepreneurship class.
Live entrepreneurship interaction.
Live entrepreneurship interaction. So I'm going to be the entrepreneur of the thing. So today I'm going to tell the kids my story of doing vlogging and that type of thing, answer some of their questions. I might even give them a shot of vlogging themselves.
I'll send it.
Okay, so we'll check in. So this is the school down here. Everyone's getting ready for classes. I think we are speaking at around 8:30. But, oh, hi. Is this the room we'll be in?
Oh, what?
Is this the room that we'll do it in?
No.
No.
This is staff room
Ah, this is the staff room.
for the females.
For the females, what? You split the females and males?
Actually, there are 3 setups over here. One for the female, one for the male and female, and one for the guest teachers. We are permanent teachers, so there's some categorization.
I see. Okay, cool. Right, we're going to prepare for our session. And then we'll do it to 8:30. Right now it's like 7:45. This is the earliest I have been up since as long as I can remember. That's maybe what I'll tell the kids first. You can wake up whenever you want if you do entrepreneurship. That's not probably the best lesson to teach them. Alright, check in soon guys. Alright, we're gonna go and speak to the kids.
Yeah,
But it turns out they don't really speak that good English.
Is it like how can you expect?
No, I'm not expecting. I'm just saying. I wasn't expecting. I should be speaking Hindi, but I don't
there's no
speak
need to
Hindi.
speak in Hindi. Like we guys will translate, or I'll sign by
Yeah.
student who's good in
So I'll have to speak a little bit of Hindi.
If you can.
But really,
So you
Swati's
use
going to
that-
translate for me.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good. I'll just not be able to talk too much.
No, you're
Which is
gonna
probably-
talk too much. I'll just gonna do the translation part.
Okay.
That's it.
Is it in here? Where we
Oh
go?
yeah, no, that's what. That was the suspense. I'm leaving. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
They'll be in the class and we'll go. Namaste, sir. Sir, हमारे दोस्त से मिलिए.
Is that your principal?
No, that's not it.
Yeah. So this is the school. Cool. Is this assembly right here? No?
These guys are late. Latecomers.
They're what? Oh, latecomers. Why? Why? And they're being told off.
My principal not gonna like that you're shooting.
What? I'm a bit nervous speaking to so many people.
Yeah. He's my principal.
Huh? All right, guys. I'm gonna give my my GoPro to one of the kids to film this. Who should we give it to?
Yeah, I'm looking. Actually, this is not my class, so I don't want to stop this one.
So I'm just going to speak a few words in English and then you're going to translate.
No, not in few words. You're going to speak a lot of. I'll translate you. Whatever you're going to say, I'm going to translate that.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Okay. Sure. Should we give it to one of the kids? Yeah.
Can give it to someone. So you're going to stand over there, so that would be better.
Okay.
I'll give over there.
इनका क्या होगा? इनका आपकी प्रोग्राम है।
तो यही तो हो रहा है। ये अलग है और वो अलग है। दो अलग-अलग प्रोग्राम्स हैं। कहाँ गया? भाई, इसको वहाँ सामने खा ले, पकड़ इसको। ये उसका है।
Good morning, children. Today we have a very special guest, international guest you can say. He's from Scotland, Mr. Philip. Give a huge round of applause to him. He's a renowned YouTuber. He will address you today about entrepreneurship mindset curriculum. He himself is an entrepreneur. Without taking much time, I invite Mr. Philip to address the 11th grade students of this school, Sarvodaya Co-ed Vidyalaya number 2, Kalkaji. This school works under Government of Delhi.
Thank you so much for having me. Wow, this is so great to see all your beautiful faces out this morning. So, I'm in India making YouTube videos. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. My name's Philip. Mera naam Philip hai. Swati, did you want to translate for me?
Yeah, understanding that part. I'll translate it out.
Okay, so I thought maybe I would start by telling you guys when I was your age what I wanted to do. I originally was when I was at school. I actually studied and I ended up going to university and I studied law, which is very different from being a YouTuber.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you understand?
Yes.
अगर नहीं आ रहा तो हाथ खड़ा कर देना, then we can translate.
ट्रांसलेट कर देंगे। करें ट्रांसलेट? करें? नहीं, कुछ बच्चों के लिए करना होगा। Yes.
ये कह रहे हैं कि मैंने लॉ पढ़ा, तो भूल गया।
आपकी एज सही है बहुत, मतलब कॉन्फिडेंट है इस मामले में।
और शुरुआत से ही अपना मन बना लिया था कि मुझे करना क्या है।
And I worked in London as a consultant for banks, so I did a very traditional career for many years.
बैंक्स के लिए कंसल्टेंट बने ये, और एक जैसे परंपरागत तरीके से जो अपना करियर होता है वो शुरू किया, जैसे लोग पढ़ते हैं फिर नौकरी लेते हैं, उसी तरह से इन्होंने भी अपना करियर शुरू किया।
Let her translate from there.
I'll be translating from here.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I think समझ में आ रहा है सब बच्चों को?
Yes, ma'am.
इन्होंने पहले पढ़ाई करी, फिर लॉ करा, कानून की पढ़ाई करी, फिर बैंक्स के लिए ये कंसल्टेंट का काम करने लगे, जैसे हम सब लोग करते हैं कि पढ़ाने के बाद नौकरी कर ली।
So yeah, I worked in London and then I did that for 4 years and then I went to New York and I spent 2 years working in New York. Same thing, I was working for some of the banks.
पहले ये लंदन में रहे, फिर ये न्यूयॉर्क चले गए अमेरिका, वहाँ पे इन्होंने 2 साल वहाँ के लिए काम किया।
And then I wanted to do something entrepreneurial. You know, I enjoyed the work that I was doing and it's interesting, but sometimes in life you want to take more of a risk and build your own company rather than working for a bigger company. So
एक्चुअली यही एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है। वो कह रहे हैं कि मैं काम तो कर रहा था लेकिन मैं कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग करना चाह रहा था और उसके लिए मुझे कुछ रिस्क लेना पड़ रहा था। सो दैट इज़ वाई मैं कंपनी के लिए काम कर रहा था, लेकिन मैं एक बहुत बड़ा और कुछ करना चाह रहा था, इसलिए मैंने कुछ और सोचा करने का।
So actually, this is probably the first lesson about entrepreneurship. Is maybe it doesn't work out the first time around. I quit to build an app. So I left New York and I went home to Scotland, which is where I'm from.
कहते हैं कि यही एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का पहला लेसन है कि शायद पहली बार में हम सक्सेसफुल ना हो पाए या काम ना कर पाए हमारे लिए, फिर मैं वहाँ से न्यूयॉर्क से वापस अपने देश स्कॉटलैंड चला गया.
And I built an app and I spent a couple of years working on it, but it didn't really work out how I had planned. And after a couple of years, I had to go back to work actually. So it's the journey of entrepreneurship isn't always a straight line. You have to kind of go backwards and forwards and do what you need to do.
सर ये कह रहे हैं कि मैं फिर वापस से अपने वहाँ रहा कुछ साल, लेकिन मुझे फिर से अपनी नौकरी ज्वाइन करनी पड़ी क्योंकि ज़िंदगी बिल्कुल सीधी रेखा पर नहीं चलती. इट्स नॉट अ बेड ऑफ रोजेस. जैसा हम चाहते हैं वैसा नहीं होता. अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते हैं एंड वी हैव टू कोप विद दैट, राइट?
It was fortunate for me, many people take different paths. Some people begin their entrepreneurship journey straight from school. Other people take a path like me where I built some stability and some experience before taking that step. But I think it was a good thing in a way because I was able to go back to working in what I was doing before and save some money so that I could have another shot.
कोई भी आपको अपना अगर पैशन पूरा करना है उसके लिए आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट तो चाहिए, पैसा चाहिए. तो कहते हैं मैं लकी था कि कुछ लोग अपनी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की जर्नी अपना कुछ योग्यता के साथ शुरू करते हैं, कुछ जिनके अंदर स्किल होती है किसी काम को करने की दक्षता. लेकिन मैंने फिर से अपनी नौकरी शुरू करी. सो आई वॉज वेरी फॉर्चुनेट टू स्टार्ट माई जॉब अगेन. और मैंने कुछ पैसा इकट्ठा किया ताकि मैं अपनी मनपसंद अपनी पैशन अपनी हॉबी को पूरा कर सकूँ.
But once you, I guess, have the entrepreneurship feeling in you that you want to create something for people to use or something for people to experience that has come from your imagination, then it's hard to let go of that. And so I decided to quit my job again, and this time I was going to become a YouTube travel vlogger.
आप एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में अपनी काबिलियत से अपनी इमेजिनेशन से कुछ ऐसा बनाते हैं जो लोगों के काम आ सके, हमारे यहाँ कुछ सोशल इम्पैक्ट डाल सके. तो मैंने फिर अपनी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की जर्नी शुरू करी और मैं एक यूट्यूबर बन गया.
I think one of the best pieces of advice just related to that I learned was sometimes like around your age you think that everything around you in life is the way that it is because others, it's just you can't change it, that it's going to stay the same. But I think the best advice that I heard is that life is malleable, life can change, and you can use your imaginations to create things that people can use for themselves. You can think up some idea or some solution to a problem, or just something interesting like showing people different cultures like I'm doing, that they will find interesting, and each one of you will have your own ideas about things that you can use your imagination to create, and by working on that and making these things that can change the world in some big or small way, and I guess all of you guys together doing that will make the world, make India what it will be in the future, and that's why
सर का कहना है कि आप अपनी ज़िंदगी को अपनी काबिलियत, अपनी इमेजिनेशन, अपनी मेहनत और लगन के हिसाब से अपने हिसाब से ढाल सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि ज़िंदगी जो एक बार बन गई उसको हम दोबारा मोल्ड नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, तो आप अगर मेहनत करेंगे और कुछ अच्छा करेंगे, सोचेंगे करने का, ठान लेंगे, तो हम अपने भारत देश के लिए बहुत कुछ अच्छा कर सकते हैं.
And I think the reason, maybe to give you guys some reason why I'm doing this kind of travel vlogging, I started this project a year and a half ago, and so far I've traveled to quite a few countries. No, well, so I've been to East Africa. I started in Uganda, funnily enough, in East Africa, and I traveled through Uganda, Tanzania.
सो ही सेइंग कि मैंने अपना यूट्यूब इन्फ्लुएंसर बनने की जर्नी 1.5 साल पहले ही शुरू करी है, और मैं ईस्ट अफ्रीका, युगांडा, तंजानिया, पाकिस्तान और अब ये इंडिया और भी 1-2 कंट्रीज़ घूम चुके हैं. और वहाँ का डिफरेंट कंट्रीज़ का डिफरेंट कल्चर सीख रहे हैं, ठीक है?
Yeah, and I actually drove a motorbike all the way from Uganda down to South Africa in Cape Town, which was a good experience, and I think it's so interesting for me coming to all of these different countries because there's so many things that unite all people from everywhere. Obviously, there are differences in the cultures, but everyone just wants to live a happy and fulfilling life. They go to work, they take different forms of transport, they might eat different food, their family they spend time with their families in different ways, but it's so nice to see the kind of common things in humanity, and that's what travel helps you to learn as you learn more about different cultures.
इन्होंने बाइक से युगांडा से साउथ ईस्ट अफ्रीका आए ये और कहते हैं कि मैंने लोगों को जाना पहचाना, उनके कल्चर को देखा और मैंने ये देखा कि क्या क्या उनमें फ़र्क है रहन सहन में और क्या चीज़ें हैं जो मानवता के लिए बिल्कुल एक जैसी हैं, सब में कॉमन है.
And I think just before I guess I can take questions, but I just say why I'm in India, and I guess I just see so much potential in this country in particular because it's got the biggest population in the world. There's so many different rich cultures from all over different parts of India. It's one of the fastest growing major economy in the world. It's definitely a place to come and start a business if you're from countries like the UK where I'm from. And so you guys have a big opportunity growing up in this country, and you have access to a huge market of people that will be growing into the middle class over the next 50 years or so while you're growing up. And so I would just encourage you to take chances, use your imagination, work hard, and try to make something and change the world for the better.
And that is the youth population. We have the biggest
population, 1.45 billion?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
सर का कहना है कि हम इंडिया में हैं और हम बहुत फॉर्चुनेट हैं क्योंकि वर्ल्ड की लार्जेस्ट अब जो अपग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी है वो हमारी होने जा रही है पूरे वर्ल्ड में. हम बहुत तेज़ी से बढ़ रहे हैं और अगले 10 सालों में इंडिया will supersede in economy any other country, right? And we have the largest population, and that is the youth population. We have biggest youth population all over the world. तो आपके लिए गाइडेंस यही है कि चांसेस लें, अपनी इमेजिनेशन को इस्तेमाल करें और इस बढ़ते हुए भारत में मौके ढूंढकर देश को बढ़ाने में और अपनी तरक्की करने में योगदान करें.
Oh, should I take questions?
Some questions. Any question, please? If you want to ask.
Don't be scared. Yeah.
How many states you have visited?
Okay, so I'll repeat the question so that everyone can hear. So he's asking how many states in India have I been to?
No.
How many countries in the world have I visited? Well, I've been doing the YouTube channel. I've probably only vlogged in around 8 or 9 different countries. But over my life, maybe I've traveled to 28, 29 different countries. But I only recently started travel vlogging. I spent 10 years working in a professional company. So I'm looking forward to making, filming, and documenting many more countries. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I'm meant to be promoting my YouTube channel here, but you can ask your teachers, maybe. Thank you. I've just give you an indication. I've probably had around 7 or 8 million views on my videos, and the channel's got around 54,000 subscribers. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. I can't promote my channel here, so sorry about that. But
You see how ethics is following. We should also follow the same.
आपको चैनल से क्या करना है, आपके उनकी जर्नी से सीखना है कि हमने कैसे बढ़ना है आगे.
आप एक चीज नोटिस करें, वो यूट्यूबर है, यूट्यूबर से पे की चीज देखता है फॉलोअर्स बढ़ाने, बट इज नॉट.
वो नहीं कर रहे हैं ऐसा. ये एथिक्स हैं. What is following?
हम चैनल का नाम नहीं बता
We
सकते
should
हैं.
know. मेरे पास एक बच्चा आया था 10th क्लास का था शायद. मेरे रूम में पहुंचा, सर बात करनी है आपसे कुछ. बताइए. सर मैं अपना YouTube चैनल चलाता हूँ अपने स्कूल का, और असेंबली में मुझे केवल अपना YouTube हैंडल अनाउंस करना है आपके थ्रू आप कर सकते हैं। तो हमारे यहाँ मतलब इस तरह का कल्चर हम ये थोड़ा गलत है कि हम उस चीज़ को प्रमोट करें ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पर। यू सी द व्हाट एथिक्स ही इज फॉलोइंग, ही कैन यूज दिस प्लेटफॉर्म बट ही इज नॉट, he simply the teacher can tell you.
I would also just say on YouTube is there's an incredible way to access many people from making content on the internet, and it's something all of you can do. If you've got a smartphone, you can just start video recording, whatever. You can, if you've got a friend that's got a smartphone, then make it together. Find another person that you want to make something. Just you can make anything you want, and it's free to upload, and you can make things or videos that people can consume. And the thing is that once people learn about you from your videos, then you can figure out how do I turn this into a business. But just make whatever you're interested in, just document it and then turn it into a video that other people can also be interested in, because there's somebody out there, whatever it is you're interested in, however strange or weird you think it is and that nobody else is interested in it in your class, there'll be some group of people on the internet that are also interested in that hobby or whatever, and they'll find you. The algorithm will help to promote the video to those types of people, and then you can figure out what business, whether you're going to sell a product or a service afterwards. But just start it as a hobby. I'm right now, I'll just give you an example. Like, I'm showing traveling around on the trains in India, and so I'm going to be traveling to many different areas in India, and so at some point maybe I can sell whatever. I haven't even decided yet. Right now I'm just making the videos, but you can sell tourism, you can sell travel, you can sell hotels, you can sell whatever. So yeah, just start making videos, or I would encourage you just to make content on the internet. It's a good way to start.
But not at the cost of your career.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Go for it.
From where did you get the idea to start your YouTube channel?
Yeah, thank you. Really good. Okay. So the question is, how did I get the idea to start my YouTube channel? It's funny. You don't really, you don't always plan these things in advance. My idea was this application that I spent 2 years building that didn't work. I guess it failed. You can say that I learned something. Another piece of advice I learned is you're either winning or you're learning. You're never failing. So I learned from building this application that I needed to build. It's better to build a market, better to build a customer base first than spend ages building a product. It's better to, and you can do that using content on the internet. You can find your audience and then figure out which product. But my reason for starting the YouTube channel was originally because I wanted to do business podcasts because the application that I was building was to do with business. So I originally started doing that, and then when I went to Uganda, I didn't really know that I was going to do travel vlogging. Honestly, it happened by accident. I met a few people who were also going around and filming things, and they gave me some advice, and I just made my first video, and some people started watching it, and before I knew it, I was enjoying it. And so you don't need to have some grand strategy in advance of these things. You don't need to say, oh, well, you don't need to be scared and think your video or your product or whatever isn't good enough. You can just start making something, and it might be terrible and you might think it's terrible, but make something and put it out into the world, and then just repeat that over and over again, and over time you will get better. Is that it? Okay, so that's it. Well, thank you guys for having me.
See, children, how easily he has conveyed so many things, and basically I should say skills to you. First of all, the sense of belongingness. He is praising the different or diverse culture of our country and our population. And you think about the we people we always blame. and we don't accept other cultures. It is happening in our country on pretense of different caste, religions, but other people from other countries, they are praising that India has a diverse culture. We should also praise it. We should accept it, and this is our strength. It should not be our weakness. It should be our strength. Secondly, he said the largest population. जब बात होती है तो हम कहते हैं कि पॉपुलेशन बहुत ज़्यादा है, इंडिया का कुछ नहीं हो सकता. वी शुड टेक इट पॉजिटिव. इंडिया हैज़ द हाईएस्ट नंबर ऑफ यूथ इन वर्ल्ड, एंड दिस इज़ आवर स्ट्रेंथ. अगेन, अगर किसी देश का यूथ उस देश को बदलने की ठान ले तो शायद कोई नहीं रोक पाएगा. वन थिंग ही quoted that when you are starting something new, don't hesitate, don't have fear. If you are not gaining something, then at least you are learning something. So there are two things: either you are winning or learning. Nothing there is to lose. अपने मन से ये भय निकाल दें कि जीत ही हमें चाहिए, हार हो जाएगी. हार कुछ नाम की चीज़ है ही नहीं. अगर हम कुछ नया करते हैं तो या तो सक्सेसफुल होते हैं, सक्सेसफुल नहीं होते हैं तो हम सीखते हैं. और क्या सीखते हैं कि क्या कमी रह गई जिसको अब दूर करना है और सक्सेस हासिल करनी है. यानी फेल नाम की कोई चीज़ होती ही नहीं है. क्लियर? और एक और चीज़ इन्होंने कही, वी शुड नॉट वेट थिंग्स टू चेंज. कि हमारी सराउंडिंग चेंज होगी, हमारा इकोसिस्टम चेंज होगा, हमारा एनवायरनमेंट चेंज होगा. हम जिस माहौल में काम कर रहे हैं शायद ये माहौल ठीक नहीं है, चलो वेट करते हैं ये कब चेंज होगा. देन यू विल कीप वेटिंग एंड नथिंग विल चेंज. इट्स योर कैपेबिलिटी हु हैज़ टू फाइंड द वेज एंड मीन्स एंड अडेप्ट योर सेल्फ इन चेंज्ड एनवायरनमेंट टू एस्टेब्लिश एंड टू प्रूव योर सेल्फ. द थ्योरी ऑफ डार्विन. व्हाट इज द थ्योरी ऑफ डार्विन? 10th पास करके आया ना सर, साइंस में पढ़ा भी है. क्या थ्योरी है डार्विन की? सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट. उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप लोग पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में. डार्विन यही कहते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट चेंज होगा, चेंज इज द हैबिट ऑफ नेचर. नाउ द पीपल लिविंग इन नेचर हैज टू अडेप्ट इन द न्यू एनवायरनमेंट इन ऑर्डर टू सर्वाइव टू द फुलेस्ट. So these are things. He has set a big target for himself, and your questions also you got so many answers, and I hope his presence, his speech will surely motivate our youngsters and will do something new for yourself, for nation, for society. Thank you very much. Thank you Philip ji for being with us and addressing our children. Sarvodaya Co-ed Vidyalaya number 2 Kalka ji is really blessed to have amongst us. Thank you very much.
अब कैमरा दे दे. अब कैमरा ले. कैमरा दे दे.
Should we do, can we do like a selfie with everyone?
Selfie हम बीच में खड़े हो जाते हैं.
Yeah? Okay. Right, I'm going to do a selfie with everyone in the background. So everyone like...
You just stick with the students first.
Huh?
You just stick with the student first. We will be late.
Okay, okay. So I guess shall I stand here? And then I just want you guys on 3 to like go, woo! Okay? Right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much. Swati, sorry, can I give you this? Sorry. Here.
मैम आ जाओ. हाँ तो मैं चल जाती हूँ. ये किचन पकड़ दोनों का